If you're a potential home buyer and you're sitting on the sideline waiting for the next recession to hit, I have some news for you. You may be disappointed. Now, we need to take a look at what caused the original housing bubble and what happens to real estate and the housing market during recessionary periods in order to understand why you may be disappointed. Based on a study by First American Financial Services, they argue that the next recession is unlikely to prompt a major downturn in housing. Why is that? Well, it's because the value of homes today and over the past decade have really been bolstered and increased by supply and demand, specifically low supply and high demand. During the housing crash, the main driver was that there was super easy access to credit. People who should not have gotten loans were getting loans, and people who were barely qualified were getting multiple loans. All of that stacked up, one of the pieces of the puzzle fell and everything crashed. Now, supply and demand, we are still in an environment in many markets where there is relatively low supply. And we are painting a broad stroke across the housing market in the US when we say that it's unlikely to be significantly impacted. We are unlikely, however, to see the same decrease and the same severity of a decrease if we do enter into a recessionary period. Did you know that in the 2000s dot-com bubble, the housing market overall positively netted? That's something that, people are tied to. There's a recession, housing is going to go down. That's not always the case. And while this has made the prospect of buying a home unaffordable for many millions of Americans in terms of the expense of what it currently is, you have to also think about all of the people who have bought homes and are homeowners, and the value of their properties has gone up. So there's been a tremendous amount of money that has been created, over $11 trillion in housing price appreciation over the past decade, past 11 years. So if you guys are sitting on the sideline waiting for the next crash to purchase, we should be discussing now how you can adopt that strategy and find something and get into the home ownership business.